Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Knit Girls. It's episode 72, August 14th.
14th.
Okay.
Yeah.
2011. And it is freaking gorgeous outside. Took the puppy for about a 2.5 mile walk earlier, and I'm taking him for another one later because in Mississippi we only get like 3 beautiful days a year, and then it's either sweltering or really cold. Well, too cold to be considered a beautiful day.
By cold, she means 40 degrees outside.
We do get in the 20s and sometimes single digits, but not often.
No.
And we, a snowstorm is 3 inches of snow here.
It's epic.
But,
I was going to introduce myself. Can I? I'm Laura, also known as Lola.
And I'm Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. And, we're rambling. I'm going to go ahead and give away the sweater because I'm ready for it to go to someone else. And
Yay.
Also, I don't trust that my tablet's going to keep everything together. So everybody that emailed me at the address I gave on the last show got put into a special tagged group in my Gmail called Sweater. Because I like tags in Gmail. It's like a substitute for folders, and you can find stuff really easy. So I had 50 people email me who wanted to have their name thrown in the pool. So numbers 1 to 50. And hit generate. 26. I have to count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Sorry, y'all. This is the best way I could think. 23, 24, 25, 26.
I almost just said other numbers just to mess with you, and then I was like, gosh, that would be mean.
So, before I announce who it is, I had like 6 people that I adore who I would have loved to have given it to. So the only way I decided to, or the way that I decided to do it was completely random, numbers in the generator, pull it up. It's still taking forever to pull up, I'm sorry, hang on. Like Susan B. Anderson wanted it. Hello, would have sent it directly to her if I had known. My friend Jackie wanted it. Karen from Around the Twist said it would fit her.
Mama Linneman said it would fit her.
It's like, if I had known that, I would have just given it to them and, or, somebody before I announced it, but I didn't, so I'm just going to be fair about it. When this thing decides to pull up, okay, here it is. Alicia in Hawaii, who is a clerk friend of mine, and she says it's beautiful and it will fit me. So Alicia in Hawaii, send me your email, or send me your snail mail address to the same email that you sent your entry to, and I will get it off to you this week, happily send it to you. And I hope that it fits you, and I would love to see a picture of it fitting a regular person. So, there we go. The sweater is done.
And now it's gone.
Last time you'll ever see it on this show.
Yay!
Goodbye, sweater. I hope you have a
nice
happy
trip
life.
in Hawaii. Dude, I want to go with the sweater to Hawaii. Can we just mail ourselves?
I'm doing this the wrong way. Alright, I've already talked, so it's your turn for work.
We're using the same needles. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. Signature size 6s.
Oh, that's awesome. Alright, I'm knitting on thin ice. It's grown a little bit, but not much since y'all saw it last. Basically, it's got more of the open lace work right there, and that's about it. Last week it was here. This week it is here. Last week, this week. Not a whole lot of knitting. I knit on it today while I watch Castle Season 2. Let me tell you, you would love the Halloween episode because he dresses up like a space cowboy.
I tried to get into that. I just couldn't. I started with Season 3, though. Maybe I need to go back to the beginning.
I have Season 1 on DVD.
I just couldn't get into it for some reason.
I'll loan it to you. I think it really gets good in Season 2. The space cowboy, when he dresses up as his character from Firefly, just cracked me up.
Yeah.
But anyway, huge Nathan Fillion fan. Other things on the needles, besides thin ice, which is on size 6, I have the socks, the String Theory socks, Quasar socks, Rainbow Bright Star Steeler socks. Started the heel on those, got a little bit into the afterthought heel. That's it. This is not a knitting week for me, really. And last but not least on the needles is Elizabeth's Cowl, which is a pattern by Wendy Johnson. I decreased the stitch count because she gives you awesome mods for that. And increased the needle size, and I'm using the Gradients dyed that I showed you all last week. So I'm starting with the dark, and it's going to move up to a light. Yay! And that is on size 10.5, which is 6.5 millimeters. I know that because my package is right here.
You're so prepared.
What's not on the needles? The Stephen Weston Long, gone. I got Clue 2, looked at it, looked at what other people had done, looked at mine, looked at what other people had done. Thought mine would never, it was like 80s-tastic, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it was something, I wear shawls 2 places. I wear shawls to my work at the yarn shop, when I teach classes or do whatever else at the yarn shop, and I wear shawls to work, and it would not be suitable for work. If you look at it and think, God, the 6th graders would make fun of me if I wore that, probably not the best choice.
But you're blaming that on the colors, not necessarily the
pattern, yeah,
right?
Definitely the colors. And it's my own fault because I didn't even read, like, he did this whole, like, how to choose colors for the shawl. I was like, I was just going to
I've been knitting 25 years, whatever.
So, only 22.
Sorry.
So I was like, meh, and it's my own fault. And my friend Eloise, Dingle Daisy and Ravelry, has a gorgeous one that's shades of purple and gray. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can see lots of lovely ones on the Wendyknits Cal thread. He released Clue 3 early, so people are getting through the 3rd clue, and I might go back to it. I'm going to look and see what's in the stash. But as of right now, it's frogged, and right now I have no plans to start it in the immediate future because I have Camp Loopy 3 coming up, and I chose a sweater. Because when I think 800 yards, I was like, yeah, if I'm going to knit 800 yards, I really don't want it to be fingering weight. What can I knit out of 800 yards? I chose sweater. So I got some gorgeous gray Cascade 220. I'm going to wind that when I get home tonight, swatch it, and when I swatch, I do a fairly large swatch, and I'm going to wash it and see how I like it.
She's learning from our mistakes.
I've done that a couple times in the past. I learned that actually at Jared Flood's class. Did you not wash your swatch for your sweater?
Yes, I did.
See? You did all the
right
things.
I've had so many people say.
See? And I know
knit
you
it in the
swatched.
round, steeped it just like I would steep the sweater, washed the swatch, blocked the swatch. It just didn't work. And that's just all there is to it.
I know. So it's not like you didn't follow the directions. Yeah. And actually yours actually needs less ease because it was on a fingering weight versus like a worse weight. You need more ease the bigger weight yarn that you use. So you did all the things right. I feel like I should pat you on the head and make you happier. I'm in your bubble now.
You are in my bubble. So I have a couple of works in progress as well. I kind of feel like dead weight on the show lately, but it'll all make sense later. So,
as does everything.
This is the Mermaid Lagoon sock. I finished one. It's not a pair yet, so it's not an FO. So this is one. I finished it yesterday.
And it's gorgeous.
I did not continue the pattern on the foot, mainly because twisted stitches are a little bit of a pain in the butt on blunt needles, and that's all I just kind of looked in my bag, and the first thing I found were these Hayas, which are great, but they're a blunt tip. They're not as sharp as I like them. So if I spent some time and effort and looked for my knit picks nickel plated, it wouldn't be a problem. I just don't care. So this is one of them, and it's in Madelinetosh Pashmina in the turquoise colorway, and it's a thick yarn. It's a very heavy fingering if it's considered a fingering, but I think it's actually considered a sport. So it's one done, and I still have a whole lot of yarn left. Whole lot. So plenty for the second sock, and then I'll have scraps for whatever I want to use it for.
We're just talking about sock yarn blankets.
There's one that's got the girl, it's Tiny Owl Knits. I can't remember if I think it's the Beekeeper's Quilt is what she's calling it. But it's like hexagons that you knit, and they're in the round somewhere. I haven't bought the pattern yet, so I don't know. But somehow you knit them in the round, and then you stuff them with polyfill, and it's this big puffy blanket, and it looks so cute. I want someone else to knit one for me, because there's like 500 of the little hexapuffs is what the girl calls them. There's like 500 of them in a blanket. And
I'm interested what other people do with their sock yarn scraps. I know some people knit baby hats. Some people do the sock yarn scrap against the mitered squares. So if you have an awesome idea for sock yarn scraps, we'd love to hear it. And put it in the thread for the group this week.
And my second thing I cast on last night in honor of the book that we're going to review this week. This is it's not from the book, but it's the same. I was having one of those nights where nothing I wanted to knit I had the yarn for, and the yarn that I wanted to knit I couldn't find a pattern for. So I had to go away from the book and just use another of the author's patterns. And it's the Transverse Shawlette by Wendy Johnson. And what I love about this is it's garter stitch. A lot of it's knit sideways. So you weigh your yarn at the beginning, and then you knit it until you've used almost half of it, and then you just do the opposite and you decrease on the other side. And you can use up every little bit of your yarn. And I love Wendy's patterns. So this is what I'm knitting right now. And I'm knitting it out of Perfect Day Yarns and the Bamboo Haiku base, and this is in Attain the Way, and I freaking love this color. I love
it's a club colorway.
This colorway. Yeah, it was in the second to the last club round. I can't remember. I believe. But I love this colorway, and I just started it last night. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on it. I've had some other stuff going on, but oh gosh, another tangle. Hold on. And I'm knitting these on my signature size 6s. I think that's a 4.0. Yep, 4.0 millimeter. And these were what Laura gave me for my birthday, the needles. So I thought it was a good way to sort of get use out of them. So I'm starting at one edge of it, the corner, and you can't see a whole lot of the pattern yet just because I haven't done a whole lot of the repeats. So each repeat has a little point, which I'll use the Infinity wires to block out. And this is the garter section, which will continue to grow. And it's soothing. It's nice to just knit along. It is one that I have had to go back a couple times and fix problems because I'm not paying attention. You get overly confident and think, oh, whatever, I can read it. I can read my knitting and figure it out. And that's not always the case. So I've had to rip back a few times. But it's moving along. I really am enjoying the yarn and the needles together. And the pattern is very intuitive once you stop and get over yourself and just read the pattern. So that's where I am right now.
That's most patterns. Once you stop it, get over yourself and read the pattern, much easier.
Yeah. Stop assuming that you know what the designer
Even
is saying.
if you write the pattern. I messed up my little bit socks, which is my FO. I'll show. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Okay. I don't
but
have
I wrote that
FOs,
pattern.
So it's your turn.
It's my turn. So I finished my little bit socks, which were my Camp Loopy 2 project.
Just in time.
Just in time because it ends tomorrow.
You have to upload a picture, right?
I do. And so this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 cable crosses at the top, and this one has 3. So one's a little bit longer than the other. But I think the person who they are for will not care in the slightest. They are a size 8, and this is Christmas knitting. Already done, which makes me super excited. It's little Christmas knitting, but it's Christmas knitting nonetheless. And
they're not for me because I'm not a size 8.
They're not. They're for Lisa. She doesn't watch the show anymore.
Oh, okay.
And I made her try them on yesterday. So it's not like they're super secret.
Here, try these on, now give them back.
Guess who's got Christmas? Hopefully we'll all forget by the time it is Christmas. That's my big thing with Mom.
Hopefully you don't forget.
Yeah. So that was my FO of the week, and I'm going to take a picture of those, upload it. I also have to upload it to Stash Dash because Stash Dash ends on the 15th, which is tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I need to take care of business and get mine. I've finished, and I've been finished for a while, but I need to prove through photographic evidence that I have finished.
And we'll talk about Stash Dash again in favorite things.
Yep.
I have no spinning. Y'all saw the spinning I was working on last week. Hasn't moved from this room since we recorded. Other stuff.
Minigun. I did spin. I spun. Hold on, I can't remember if I started with yarn over or ended with yarn over. I finished spinning the Sanguine Griffin. 2, 3. Okay, I yarn over last. And I plied it, and I'll show you that in a second. I was so happy because I got 600 yards. Which makes me ecstatic, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever spun, and I'm kind of sad to see it go.
But it's going to someone who will definitely appreciate
it. Oh
it.
yeah, it's going to emo. I wouldn't spin something this fine.
It's very well plied.
Thank you. It's it was straight before I whacked it last night, and crinkled it up. It is. Get closer. So you look and see. It's pretty skinny.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's a light fingering.
That's my phone.
Wait. You buzzing. And 600 yards made me super excited. So that is awesome. This big skein is actually 550 yards, 545 yards, somewhere around there. And then I have a little wee skein of the rest. And then I had a spinning party at my house yesterday. Leslie wasn't invited.
No, I had other things I was doing.
Mama Linneman and Lisa and I hung out yesterday and spun, and I had promised Lynn Zimmerman art yarn for her giveaway for Make-A-Wish. So this is 36 yards, and it is beehives and some other fun stuff, and it's plied with a sparkly yarn.
Did you watch the JC Boggs video again?
I did, but I did it before they came over. I've probably watched the JC Boggs video, like, look how sparkly it is.
It is.
And the sparkly color thread that I found in my attic actually matched the,
It's too close to me.
actually matched the roving. And then I gave the rest of this roving to Lisa so that she could play it with art yarn. So that's part of Lynn Zimmerman's Make-A-Wish giveaway. 36 yards of very funky coils and cocoons and fun stuff. And then last but not least, after that, I started spinning wool pierogies balls that she sent us that y'all saw last week. And I'm spinning this a little bit different because the only reason why I started it is because A, it's freaking gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
And B, I'm playing with spinning from the fold. So when you spin from the fold, this is a little bit big. But you divide your fiber into little chunks, and I would probably half this again. And you wrap it around your finger, and then you start spinning from right here. So it creates a woolen spun fiber with long draw. So it's going to be poofy and awesome, and I cannot wait to see it when it's done. You've spun from the fold before, right? Mm-hmm. See, you took that Ann Fields video class that I didn't get to, so
you know what my favorite lesson is from the Ann Fields class? Is she does all these calculations and she shows you if you want to get a yarn that's got 8 twists to the inch and, you know, this much crimp to the whatever, and you go through all the math stuff, and, you know, you spin samples and you ply them and then you wash them and then you know, dry them and you look at it and you don't quite get those 8 twists to the inch. She says, it's okay, just measure it as a long inch, it's okay. Like, that was my favorite lesson. She's like, really? Do you like it? Then it's the right one.
There you go. So I'm enjoying spinning from the fold, though. And it's going very fast, because this is like the first ounce. And you can see how big and poofy it is compared to things that I normally spin. And it's a little bit thick and thin, but that's okay. That's fine. And it's got the glitter poofs and the little bits of color, and I just love it. I'm in love.
I'm ripping back again because I didn't read the stupid chart. I'm having the hardest time, like, the design or like the layout on this chart. For some reason, you read it this way and then you read it this way, but because the side's not numbered, I'm just, for some reason, I'm having...
You want me to number? Oh, that side's not numbered.
Yeah, see,
this side is.
It's just, like, my brain, and I've knit lace, all kinds of lace before, but for some reason, my brain won't go to the right side to start on those odd rows.
I get it. So used to working in the round, like doing lace in the round, that I forget that there's resting rows.
I'm just going to put this down because there's just no point.
Do you want to knit on my shawl?
No, but thank you.
Do you want to be grumpy?
I'm not being grumpy. I'm just failing at knitting.
Book review.
Book review.
See, that's different. I'll
Our
make you happy.
Book, the book that we've been waiting on forever
to come out.
And we've been waiting on it forever because we test knit for it, or sample knit for it, a year plus ago.
So our review, a little bit of a bias. Just saying. So it is Wendyknits Lace by Wendy Johnson. Look at how pretty. And we got this awesome News from Potter Craft newsletter in it that tells us all about Wendy Johnson.
This is an advanced copy that we got for review. I've actually pre-ordered a copy on Amazon months and months ago, and it isn't here yet. This is the review copy.
Yay. Which I'm keeping. Sorry, y'all.
Figured that.
So it just starts off with yarns, needles, everything that you will ever need to know about knitting lace, including reading charts, all sorts of cool things.
The diagrams in here are really well done,
I love how she goes over like how to knit lace and lace knitting versus knitted lace and fixing decreases if you miss a decrease and fixing increases if you miss an increase and 18 different kinds of cast ons. Not really, but it feels like it, including garter tap, which sometimes I struggle with.
That's the one that Wendy uses a lot in her patterns.
Yep. That's the one that everyone uses a lot. Different kinds of joints. Seriously, everything that you would need to know about lace is in here. And then we get to the goodies, which are the patterns. So the lace striped scarf is the first pattern. That's actually a free pattern that they're doing in, they released that pattern online for free.
It's like a teaser for the book.
Yeah, as a preview for the book. So you can start knitting that right now before the book comes out. And that's out of Malintosh DK. Gorgeous. Then there's Elizabeth's Cowl. And if you read the thing for Elizabeth's Cowl, it says, my sample knitter for this piece, Laura Linneman, gave this cowl its name. That's me. I got to name this pattern. So that was very cool. This is one of the pieces that I knit for the book. I knit that actual piece. Then there's a gorgeous lace scarf. And the cowl was worked out of a worsted weight. So there's all different kinds of weights in this book, not just lace weight. The scarf is out of Malintosh sock, so sock weight. Then there's the stole or scarf, which is done out of Dream in Color Baby, so an actual lace weight. And I would love to see that in like a deep red or something really pretty with some depth to it.
I'd like to see it really thick and a big heavy yarn.
Oh, that would be fun. Love the Stacy
That's
shawl.
what I wanted to cast on last night, but I've used all of my Luxe that I have, so, and I didn't have a suitable replacement, but I've wanted to knit that for a long time.
Love Stacy shawl. I'm actually thinking about knitting this. I have some Malabrigu Silky that I might do that out of. Love it. And that's named after our good friend Stacy of Tempted Yarns.
It was originally part of a kit when Stacy was first, I think it was when she first started selling the Luxe.
Yeah.
And it was part of a kit, so there were a small number of people who already had the pattern, but because it was limited release, they put it in this book as well.
Then there's the 2/3 shawl, which uses Handmaiden Mini Maiden. Which, if you've never used Handmaiden yarns before, they have some gorgeous, awesome different blends of yarns.
Their yarns have a really nice drape to them as well.
And that's the 50% silk, 50% wool blend. I have one of their camel blends that is just camel silk that is die for. Tiffany Triangle, which I am going to knit. That's out of a skein of Dream in Color Baby. And I actually happen to have a skein of Dream in Color Baby in the Night Watch colorway. So I think that's going to get made pretty soon. I texted Wendy, or no, I didn't text her, I PM'd her. And I was like, this is my new winter wardrobe book. Like, everything in here is eventually going to get made. Then we have the Vortex Spiral Shawl. You want to talk about that for a second?
That's the one that I test knit. It is a giant circular shawl. Used 3 or 4 skeins of Dream in Color Classy.
For the smushy,
Smushy, yeah, sorry. And it's got an applied lace edging, so when you're done with
gorgeous
knitting it in the round, then you knit an applied edging around, and blocked out really nicely and really large. This is a picture of the Afghan version of what it looks like. There isn't a really nice picture of the shawl itself, but this gives you an idea of what the
I like how they folded over the shawl so that you can see how to wear it. Because that's how I wear circular
Yeah,
shows.
it's just harder to see the detail.
You can't see the detail at the middle.
It's just me being selfish and wishing there was a really beautiful shot of what I knit in there.
Then there's the Poor Poet's Mitts, which I think would be the perfect accessory to add with a Starving Artist beret.
It would be, what an ensemble.
What an ensemble there. And that uses Shabui's knit sock. Then gorgeous, okay, I don't know how to say that word.
Esplanade.
Okay.
The
Mitts
Esplanade
out of
mittens.
Smushy.
And there's just a little bit of lace detailing on the back. So, I mean, you can see that there's a pretty wide range of experienced lace knitter and beginner lace knitter in here.
I love the delicate Vine socks.
I like the white ones. I think they're the next ones that are in there. And I think I will knit the next, nope, not those, the next ones.
I like the next ones though too, the diamond lace. I can see myself knitting those. I knit a lot of Wendyknits second and third books, her 2 sock books. There's the vintage knee socks. That's what you
I like that everything is geometric and it kind of works out and it's just pretty and I like them and I think I will knit those because all the lace work will make it go a lot faster than the other knee socks that I've knit.
Then here's the Rossley Beach Watch Cap. I knit this one as well. I'm totally going to knit that again. I actually knit that hat on the way to Spring Fling a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Definitely fast, quick knit. Love it. It took around 5 hours.
You took a picture.
I took a picture of me in the car.
The 2 different colored eyes.
I'll have to put that picture up on the site. The Marytam?
Myri, maybe? Sorry, we suck at pronunciation.
Which is gorgeous. And that is out of, that's out of Smushy. The hat that I knit was actually out of Classy. Light as a Feather Smoke Ring. Got that one out right.
That'd be a nice one to do in that one skein of really beautiful luxury yarn you don't know what to do with.
And that's what it uses, is a jade, sapphire, silk, cashmere blend. Love it. And I think it would also be the perfect Christmas present for someone. Yeah. Then there's the Garden Party Cardigan. I think we saw Wendy knitting on this.
Yeah, I know we saw her knitting on the tank, which is the last one in the book. And I think Stacey Tippett is knitting that right now.
And that one uses Tilly Thomas Vol de la Mer, which is at 70% silk, 30% sea cell.
Oh, but that's got a nice straight too.
Yeah. On size 3.
She did a good job joining the shoulders too. It doesn't look bulky at all.
Then there's this seashell cami.
And I remember seeing her knitting on this. I think at the Fling, wasn't it?
It was at the Fling. Which is gorgeousness. And that uses handmade in Swiss Mountain Sea Sock. Oh, which is 51% silk, 29% superwash merino, 20% sea cell. Just gorgeous. And I can't operate books apparently today. And then last but not least, Deidre sweater.
And that's a really simple sort of lace.
And it uses Rowan Calmer.
Looks like a cabled lace almost. I don't believe that it is cable, but that's the impression that you get. And then she has a gallery at the end too, which
so you can look at everything at one time. So when you look at the gallery, there's all the patterns on 2 pages. You'll know that we love some galleries because it makes it easy to see where things are.
That's what I was using last night when I was trying to figure out what to cast on out of the book. You know, I'd take a look at the gallery and then I'd flip to that page and curse that I didn't have the right yarn. And I'd go back to the gallery and repeat ad nauseum.
And in the acknowledgements, there are some some wonderful test knitters like Amy, Timmy. We know most of these.
Yeah, I was going to say I know 90% of those people.
We know Sharon Hart, I believe. We know me and you.
Yeah.
We know Carrie. We know Stacey. Yay!
Yeah. So
Some wonderful
She
people.
uses her friends as doesn't use them. She offers her friends the ability to test and sample knit, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to have their finished product in a book?
So that's Wendyknits Lace, and we are totally biased and totally love this book, and it's wonderful, and we think that you all should go out, and the price on it's $23. It'll be released, I think
it's August.
Not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday.
It's
the
this month.
20-something. But you can pre-order it now on Amazon, and it is wonderful.
2, 3, 4, 5. I fail accounting, y'all. I'm sorry.
So, yay!
Yeah, I'm glad it came in. I'd been waiting for it and waiting for it and then waiting for it some more. I'm glad that it finally got here.
So other things going on. I've reorganized my Notions bag, and I wanted to show y'all what I put in my Notions bag. So this is my little Notions bag. It is a Pitaloop bag. It has some wee scissors on the outside. These are puppy snips. They look like a puppy when you see their face, and they're just itty bitty scissors. I would not stick using these scissors, but they are good to cut one thread. And they fit right there. Other things in my Notions bag, I have this cute little needle holder from Lantern Moon. It's magnetic. Open it up. It's got my cable needles, a mistake hook, and my chibi needle, because I've lost all my chibis. I'm not like Leslie, I can't keep up with them.
Sorry. I live with 2 boys. I can't have nice things unless I keep track of nice things.
I have my little Zephyr tin of stitch markers, and it's funny because none of the Zephyr stitch markers are in here anymore. But there's a lot of Begin and Wee Ones and other stitch markers in there. And I went through and actually, my steampunk stitch markers are in there. Went through and took out ones that I don't use very often because that tin was overflowing. Highlighter tape. Love it. Use it all the time. Tape measure. Post-it notes. Just a wee post-it note. And then in the bottom I have, this is kind of ridiculous, but I do. I knit a lot of monsters, which y'all have seen. So I have the little safety eyes. Just one set of safety eyes, just in case, in the bottom.
You're in a pinch.
Yep.
You know, you got to knit that monster.
Yep. That's actually where I got the safety eyes for Julia's monsters. I thought I didn't have any, and then I was like, oh, there's some in the bottom. And then yarn for Afterthought Heels. Some Lifeline yarn.
Yeah.
So that's what's in my Notions pouch, and it's nice and clean right now, so I thought I would show it off to y'all while I could still fit everything that I could needed to in here. Because sometimes it gets overwhelmed and overcrowded. So that's what goes with me on my knitting adventures, and it just rides in my regular bag. Other things, Stash Dash is coming to an end. I actually switched my Ravitar back to the normal Ravitar yesterday because we only have till midnight on Monday, and that's midnight Central Time on Monday, to finish up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the thread on at Monday at midnight our time. And then I'm going to go through and check, and, you know, I'll magic link everyone who succeeded so everyone knows who was awesome. And then I'm going to reopen it back up and let y'all comment, because I know as we did Stash Dash, a lot of people couldn't do comments. I sent a lot of private PMs to people, but everyone loves for their stuff to be talked about. So I thought we would open it to comments from that point on, and probably unsticky it as well, because we're going to have a lot of other stuff coming up that's going to need to be sticky.
Yep.
You have some presents that you got.
I do. Hold on, I've got 5 more stitches to the end of this row. I do. So I didn't get to see all the people that I loved on my birthday because people live in different places, and our friend Lisa, who she lives close-ish to us, about 45 minutes away. I wasn't able to get to see her yesterday while Laura and her mom and Lisa were spinning. I went on my first not hunting lesson, shooting lesson. I got to shoot a lot of guns. I got to shoot a 9mm, 22, a 40, and a shotgun. So that was fun. The pad of my thumb right here and here are numb and sore.
Is your shoulder sore?
No, the shotgun.
Because you shot a shotgun.
I did, but I shot a nice one and it didn't have very much kick. And I had a very good teacher who showed me exactly what to do, and now I feel like a badass. But it was fun. I liked doing it. I feel a lot more educated now on guns and how they work and where the safeties are and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably do that again sometime. Anyway, back to Lisa. Because I wasn't there with Lisa, I was shooting. I didn't even know they were going to do a spinning day. I had already planned to go shooting. So
I knew that you were, so I didn't even bother to.
So she gave me presents. I have to show you this one last. But this one, Diabolical,
I love this,
has fiber clubs. So I missed out on the first fiber. Well, I don't know if it was the first one I knew about, Fiber Club, which was kind of the end of 2010, the beginning of 2011, I think, or maybe it was just the beginning of 2011. Anyway, I missed out on that one, but I got into the second one, and I've not been disappointed yet. I love Diabolical stuff, and she's actually got a yarn club that just opened, and it's for October, November, December, and you can choose to do swag or no swag. If you do swag, it's $85 plus shipping total altogether for 3 months. And
That's not bad.
If you do just the yarn, which some people just prefer the yarn, they don't need the goodies, then it's $65 plus shipping. I think that's very fair.
That's really good.
And it's Show Tunes themed, so it should be good.
I think I need to join this now. Crap.
So it's you can go to diabolical.com and you can look the details up there. I think that she's opening signups this week. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember.
I don't know. Now I'm very interested.
So if you're interested and you want a great sock club to participate in, you should go check her out. So this is what I got, and it's from the last fiber club that I wasn't a part of, but I remember seeing it and going, oh, I wish I had joined. So this is Diabolical. It's Falkland, I think. Let me look. Yep, it's Falkland, and the colorway is Carnival. And I just love the colors. You've got, all these different colors.
I love how it gradients
that
down.
Works so wonderfully together. I would have never put sort of a seafoamy green blue with a purple. But look how beautiful it is together. So I'm very excited about this. And Lisa knew that I wanted it, and so she got some for me. She's super sweet. Because if you're a club member, you can buy extras once you see it. I don't know if it's the same way in the Yarn Club, but in Fiber Club, you can buy extras of that colorway if you love it. And you
that
want
makes
more.
sense, because sometimes people want to do sweaters worth
Right.
of stuff.
And while it's a club member who's paid to be a member, so it's worth it to set that exclusivity aside. Also, I got a project bag, so it's no ordinary project bag. It's super cute. It's got a reinforced handle here. It's got a dragonfly fabric. And on the inside, it's the best part.
You might want to, if your kids can spell.
There is
a profanity
and a vulgar word. So you've been warned. I forgot. I'll show
Shield
you
your eyes now.
And this is a joke, by the way. If you remember me saying this forever ago, I wasn't serious. It is totally a joke.
It's an ongoing
Some
joke.
people, may think that I was being serious. I was not. So it says, I'm a fucking knit girl. So, and it's a joke I made forever ago about having to walk in when it was cold or something. I don't remember.
In the rain, yeah.
Yeah. But I love it. And it's quilted and it's lined and it feels really nice and sturdy. So I'm excited. I was going to put my shawl in there. But I wanted to show y'all first. I didn't want to get it all dirty. And she also makes these orifice hooks.
You got an orifice hook.
I did. Lazy Sock Monkey on Etsy. And she's so cute. She made me, it's got little eyeballs on it.
You got an eyeball.
So these orifice hooks are hand turned. It's copper and it's all handmade, and she does tons of different designs. Let me get this so y'all can actually see it. So if you're interested, you can pick one up as well. Lazy Sock Monkey on Etsy.
I have a steampunk one that she made just for me.
And she has a little, just for Leslie. And it's got a little monkey on it. Because apparently
she's a sock monkey.
Lazy Sock Monkey, that makes sense. Yeah. So thank you, Lisa. Not that you watch, but I'm thanking you anyway. She's got things to do. She doesn't have time to watch this. Even though I am. So, yeah, I got presents. It's sweet. I'm so lucky to have people who are so generous around me.
You're lucky to have good knitting and spinning friends.
Very, very lucky. Let's see.
In real life and on the interwebs.
Yeah, that's true. I've met some great people online, and I've met some great people at events, and I'm would have never guessed that getting into knitting, that's where I would meet some of my closest friends. But
so we have 2 events coming up this fall. These are the only events that we are going to this fall. We are going to Camp Plucky Fluff in Memphis.
And it's a small...
It's around 1 month away. It's a weekend spinning class to learn how to do art yarn. I'm making Leslie learn how to do art yarn.
Yeah, well, I jokingly told her, if you can convince Lindsay to come down here for it, then I'll go. So, that's your fault, Lynn. But I'm excited to learn. I always like to learn. I don't know that I'll use it in practice. Maybe I will. We'll see.
This is my first official spinning class that I've ever taken, so I'm really excited about it.
And it's at our friend Jackie's farm. Well, it's not a farm. It's a bunch of land out in East Tennessee. Oh, my dog just made a weird noise. What that was about.
Whining.
But she's got a beautiful giant studio where we sat and took the class, so that'll be fun.
And then we also have the Arkansas Fiber Arts Extravaganza, which the classes opened this week.
And Laura's sold out in a matter of minutes.
Well, that's because I'm only... my number... Well, first off, my classes are inexpensive. They're probably the cheapest ones, I think. But also, I set because they're only hour-long technique classes, I didn't want to have tons of people. So I limited my classes to 7 people.
And...
No, I mean, it's more the limit that I set because I want people to have one-on-one attention.
Annie Motiset's classes didn't sell out.
I think she has like 15 or 20 people in hers.
I'm just saying.
It's all what it is.
So anyway, if you want to come to the Arkansas Fiber Arts, I think it's $15, and you get a goodie bag and you get access to the vendor market on Saturday.
You get to meet Annie Motiset Friday night. They're having a reception. So if you have any of her books, I'm sure she'll be doing signings.
Yep.
We'll be there.
Yep.
You can come stalk us, take pictures of the back
Friday
of our heads.
and Saturday. I think that there's a vendor preview Friday night for a couple hours, and then mostly the vendor market is going to be on Saturday. I'll be at Stacy of Tinted's booth helping her out.
And I'll be working Hank of Yarn. We'll be separate for 24 whole hours.
Not really. We'll be in the same vendor market. But it's going to be fun, and we've convinced some folks to come. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
We're hoping Emo comes again this year.
Do we need to do another Old Spice video? My editing skills are a little better than they were before.
Oh, I love that video.
A little bit. I look at it and I go, oh God.
I watch it and just laugh over and over and over again.
The bags, if you bought a bag
and you ask for it to be signed, you have to find a good one.
This is what 50 bags looks like. Some of them are already ribboned, the rest will ribbon in the next couple days. We're waiting on the bags to get here. Some of the there's a bag.
Here's Emo's bag.
So we're just talking about Emo. Yeah.
So my drawing skills suck.
And that's permanent.
So you know, that's permanent for forever.
If you bought a bag and you didn't say in your PayPal instructions that you wanted it signed, we didn't sign it. So if you're watching this and you did want it signed and you didn't say you wanted it signed,
shoot us an email.
Email me. You don't call me the letter U. Don't call me Les, same as my username, at gmail.com, or you can PM me on Ravelry and let me know. But these are going to get mailed out, I'm going to say Wednesday. So if we don't hear from you by 15th, 16th, 17th of August, and you didn't say you wanted it signed, then we're not going to sign it, because I don't want to sign it if you didn't want it signed. You know, maybe you don't want your bag defaced, who knows.
You don't want my messy signature, because literally L, scribble, L, scribble. I think I just did my first name.
Yeah, we just did first names on this. But other stuff going on, you know, we'll tell you when we can.
Make-A-Wish fundraiser for Lindsay is still going on.
You
could have a chance to win that crazy art yarn.
And
it goes till the 25th, I think.
Some new stuff on her blog soon for items that you can win. There's a ton of prizes, and there's some more prizes. I think she's going to put that up this weekend or Monday. I'm not certain.
Yep.
But
anything else? I think that's it.
Nothing else yet. Nope. All in good time, but it is the end of episode 7.
Oh, we're like Switzerland when it comes to podcaster challenge, by the way.
Yeah, we've had a couple
don't email us asking us to choose sides, because we are like Switzerland.
Yeah, there's a podcaster challenge going on, and we chose not to participate in it for various reasons, but we've had a couple people say, hey, will you do this?
Will you sponsor us?
Yeah.
And we're like, no.
We don't, you know.
We love y'all, but no.
It wouldn't be fair if we threw our audience at, you know, one podcaster. It could really affect the rest of it. And I just don't think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm sorry.
We're like Switzerland.
Yeah. We're not involved, and there's, reasons we're not involved, and that's it. So thank you. We appreciate that you watch, but we're not getting involved. I'm sorry. I feel so bad saying no to people, but...
I do too. I'm like, oh, and then I'll go and I'll be like, I really should do something for that person, and then I get another PM and I'm like, oh, I really should do something for that person. I just can't.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
But that's it. You know how to find us. Plurk, Ravelry, Twitter,
Google+.
Laura Lindemann, Leslie Thompson.
Which my tech guy informed me that Gmail will soon be blocked because of Google Plus at school.
Can't you just block Google Plus?
That's what I asked.
It makes sense though, with the webcam functionality and all that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is a social networking site.
3Ls, KnitGirls3Ls.com. And
yep.
I think that's it.
Yep.
I got stuff to do. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to go spend some of it outside.
I'm going to go finish watching Castle Season 2. Not outside at all. In my hot, sweltering house with the air conditioning broken until Wednesday.
You didn't even say that you got a haircut.
I got a haircut. Look at how short it is in the back. It's super short.
It is. It's kind of the bob works.
So if you're going to stalk me and take pictures of the back of my hair...
You'll be able to see the neck.
You'll be able to see my neck.
I would love to cut my hair, but Mr. Awesome has rules about how short he's okay with, and if I cut it any shorter, he grows a beard. I'm not okay with that, so we compromise. Oh God, we've been trying to say goodbye for 5 minutes. Okay, we love y'all. We'll see you next week. Until then, have a good one.
Bye y'all.